Hello and welcome to another Zach Carnage video. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Plant Tengu Zoo Link deck. So this is a deck designed for Link format to spam out really crazy combos. If you enjoy the video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up because it lets me know that this is the sort of thing you want to see from the channel. There is a combo video associated with this deck available as well, and at the end of this video I'm going to show you a really cool combo that allows you to special summon virtually any light monster from your deck, which is absolutely insane. I think you need 2 cards for this combo to go through. So without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So we start off with obviously a playset of Reborn Tengu. If you're planning on using Tengu, only use it at 3 or 0 because, you know, the whole point of this card is to keep up the resurgence. This card with a couple of other things can get you straight into a Link 4, which is really key for getting your plays onto the board as quick as possible. Then we play 3 copies of Predaplan Ophrys Scorpio and 3 copies of Lonefire Blossom. So this is, Lonefire is just essentially another copy of Scorpio because there's not really anything else you go into apart from one other card that we'll see a little bit later, and then there's 1 Cobra to go with Scorpio. So this sets up for your rank 3 plays and searches out the Brilliant Fusion, which is the whole point of playing that bit. So max out on consistency, you know, play 3 and 3 of each. Even if you see a Lonefire and you've already used all of your Scorpios, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Then 2 copies of Gemknight Lazuli. So this should be a Garnet, really, but I still haven't managed to pick up a Garnet. I think I've got a couple that might be on the way from a trade at the moment. So for now, you know, just go with the Super Lazuli. It's good enough, you know, it's a monster, which means that it can go into your Link summons very easily. Plus it has an effect which helps out a little bit. Really, you'd want a level 4 Gemknight with an effect if possible, but I don't know if there is one around that's viable, and I think Garnet's probably the next best thing. Then for the Zoo engine, 3 copies of Whiptail and 2 copies of Rapier. So if I play around with the combos a bit, I might turn these 3 into the Ram, or maybe just 2 of them, so that we still have the ability to search out a Whiptail, because this is essentially only here to deal with problems, so it gives you slightly more attack, which can be useful for getting over certain things, and just being able to banish stuff is very key as well. But if I do update the deck, I'll probably get rid of these 2, turn them into Ram so that we can extend the combos a little bit, but it can be quite difficult to get through that. Then for combo pieces, we have a Heroic Challenger, 1000 Blades. You need this for the long combo that I showed a little while back. A Glow Up Bulb. Again, this allows you to make Nat Beast. We don't currently have any space in the extra decks for making Trish, unfortunately, but if I find a way to streamline things a bit, then that'll be useful for that as well. Then a Trick Clown, again for the combo, goes with the 1000 Blades very well. There's an Archlord Christia in here currently, so this is essentially any light monster that you think you'll be able to special summon, because the deck establishes a very easy soft lock on turn 1. So this could be Christia, it can be Banisher of the Radiance, it can be what was the other thing that I was thinking of? Oh, Thunder King Ryo is another option. You just need a light monster that's a soft lock and it can be in the deck, and apart from that it doesn't really matter. Even if you draw this, you'll be able to summon it with Firewall Dragon anyway, so it's not too much of a problem having it in the deck. Then we play some Kaiju to deal with problems. I think it's kind of necessary to have a light one in here, just in case you run out of light targets. It's kind of unlikely, but it's useful to be able to send this and then add it back with the Firewall Dragon, so you need a light target. Then I went with Kumungus as an Earth target, because technically you can bring it back, you can add it back to your hand with Mrs. Radiant, so there's a little bit of interaction with that, but it's not superb, it just happens. And then Godala, because I picked the next one that I could find that would be able to fit in between these, because we're playing Slumber, so sometimes you want to beat over this, sometimes you want to beat over this, and it just allows that option. Then for the hand traps, 1 Max C, because special summons are big already, and they're going to be massive in Link format, provided, you know, we maintain this flexibility in all of the cards that we have available to us. And then triple Ghost Ogre, because Zoo will still be around, and there's a lot of stuff that you can just deal with this. Plus it's a light target for Brilliant Fusion. So that's it for the monsters. We've got a lot of monsters in here because there's a lot that can be special summoned off Firewall Dragon, so it's not really a problem having too many. Anything that seems dead in your hand at first can end up on the field. Then for the spells, 3 Tengi because we want to search for the zoo pieces when necessary. Then 3 Brilliant Fusion because we need it for the combo, although you can search this with Scorpio. Sometimes just having the Brilliant Fusion allows you to combo off anyway, so it essentially makes it from 6 cards of the Lone Fire and Scorpios into 9 cards. So you're much more likely to see a combo with this. Then 2 Slumber because Slumber is at 2 now. 1 Upstart Goblin so that you can see your cards more consistently. Foolish because it opens up the occasional crazy interaction. And Soul Charge because this is insane in the deck and it gets you all of your pieces back for your longer combos. The last card in the deck is Imperial Order. I think this is probably worth it over any, say, single additional hand traps. This locks people out of the game, whereas 1 copy of Ash Blossom isn't really going to get you significantly further. I might drop the Kaiju engine entirely and change it up for some more hand traps, although I'm not sure if I'd rather have Ash Blossom, or maybe Droll and Lockbird, because Droll and Lockbird locks out the entire turn, whereas Ash Blossom just stops 1 effect, so it doesn't seem as superior in just in the standard play. So that's it for the main deck. Onto the extra deck. So the 1 proxy that I have in here that isn't in color is unfortunately Proxy Dragon. So if you've seen my previous video, you know that I can get this printed out in color at the time. So Proxy Dragon, you should already know what it does. It's a generic link to, and if you want to side in Mind Control to take some stuff from the opponent, this is a very easy way of utilizing that. Then we also have a Mrs. Radiant as another link to option. This is the one for all of your combos. So it works well with the Zoo engine, and some of the plant stuff is in here as well. A Decode Talker, this is only here for a couple of combos, it's not that necessary, it could be a couple of other things. Then 1 Gaia Saber the Video Knight is another link 3, this is necessary for some of the combos. Plus, if you want to take out Decode Talker, then you can turn that into a Dargasto Emerald, and then you can just special this guy back for combo extensions, and you turn 2 monsters into 4 links, essentially. Then 2 copies of Firewall Dragon. So this is going to be really important once it actually comes out. It's just a shame it's not in the structure deck and it's going to be in a booster set instead. It's definitely worth pre-ordering, I think, for this. Onto the Xyz monsters, we have 1 Invoker and a very standard zoo lineup of Drident, Double Broad Bull, Tiger Mortar, Shakanine, and Borbo. So as you can see, this second Broad Bull I don't actually have yet. Also trying to negotiate a trade on that. Borbo is optional, so you can choose between this and Hammer Kong because you need another name. But it really depends what you want to do with it. So I went for Borbo just because you can do that piercing damage. Although I'm not sure it's as relevant at the moment. So, you know, Hammer Kong allows you to get a little bit of revival in. But I think I'd rather have Borbo at the moment. It might change depending on what happens to the format post release of the new structure deck. We have 1 Synchro monster, which is Nat Beast. This is, again, you know, it sets up for the very strong lock with the 1 specific card and 2 other card combo. And then Seraph Knight, because we need to get our Gem Knight stuff going. So you don't need to worry too much about the fact that we have so many one-offs in here, because everything is recyclable with the Firewall Dragon, which allows you to extend your plays and carry on playing for the rest of the game. Okay, so the 2-card Summon Any Light from deck combo requires a Brilliant Fusion and a Rapier. So this is the simplest version of the combo. Obviously there are a lot of different variations that you can do. If you draw the standard hand that I showed with the 15 extra deck card combo last time, it gets you either that board or you can get you this board with some extra stuff as well. So I'm just going to show you the simplest version of this combo. So we start off with these 2 in hand. We're going to summon a Rapier to kick things off. No effect of the Rapier, and then we'll upgrade from Rapier into Borbo. So let's put the extra deck monster zone there. Then into Broad Bull, we're going to use the 2 effects, 1 to search and 1 to summon. So we summon the Rapier over here, and then we will search for a Tengu. So we've got 2 monsters on board. Summon Shakanine off this, use the effect, summon one of the monsters from the grave. So that's all fine. Then we're going to use these 2 to link summon into Mrs. Radiant. So we have these two zones now linked, and then we will activate the Brilliant Fusion, which will summon Seraphonite to one of the link zones, and it will send the Lazuli to the grave, but more importantly it will also send the light target, so we're going to use the Archlord Christia here. So Christia is now in the grave, which is good. We have an additional normal summon, so summon out the Tengu, link with these two to make Gaia Saber, triggers the effect of Tengu, summons another Tengu. These two link summon the Firewall Dragon, again trigger another Tengu. So this is the current state of the board, and then all we're going to do is make a link 3 summon with these three for Decode Talker, which will trigger the effect of Firewall Dragon to summon one from hand. So you should have 3 other cards in hand if this is turn 1 at the moment, and then you can chain the effect of Firewall Dragon to add one from the grave to the hand. So we'll add back the Archlord Christia to the hand, and then as chain link 1 summon it out. So you can put it pretty much anywhere. I guess probably over on this side is slightly better because you're not currently linked to anything, and if you want to set up a proxy dragon later on, you can just put it here and then links to Christia. Also, you have the effect of Decode Talker currently live, so if they try to target any of the cards you control, then you can just tribute the Firewall Dragon and negate that effect and destroy it. So that's the combo to summon any of your light targets. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you're interested in seeing some more content from me. Let me know what sort of stuff you'd be interested in the comment section down below, as well as any suggestions that you have for changes to the deck, so that I can give them some consideration in the next couple of months when we build up to the Link format, actually hitting the streets, I guess. There are a couple of changes I would like to make to the deck. I want to fit in an Emerald in here somewhere, although that's going to be a little bit difficult because of the tightness of the extra deck currently. And don't forget to check out the combo video that I've got for that, just if you draw a Lone Fire Blossom or a Scorpio, you know, that going ham combo that gives you pretty much everything you could possibly want out of the game. And yeah, I'll be doing some more deck profiles in the future. I'm just working on some Dark Lord stuff at the moment. I'm not sure how viable it's going to be, but it should be pretty interesting to play around with. And there's all this new stuff constantly coming out that's worth having a bit of an investigation go towards it. So yeah, if you think you want to see anything specific, just throw a comment down below and I'll check it out. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.